it's Rochelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the Elijah McClain case. The Elijah McClain case has been getting a lot of attention, particularly in recent weeks, due to the oppression that Black people are facing in America being called out in mass quantities. People have been shedding light on these injustices through protesting and through the signing of petitions, and so I thought it'd be really great if I also cover the case of Elijah McClain. This case is incredibly heartbreaking, but I don't want the heartbreaking nature of this case or cases like it, that being the Breonna Taylor case or any other case like it, to deter people from learning about this case or these types of cases. On the night of August 24th, 2019, police officers in Aurora, Colorado approached 23-year-old Elijah as he walked home from a convenience store. At approximately 10:30 p.m. that night, the police had received a 911 call from an anonymous person claiming that there was a suspicious person in a ski mask waving their hands around. The person actually said in the 911 call that he appears to be unarmed. They just said that he's looking suspicious in a ski mask and because he's waving his hands around. Elijah's friends and family say that Elijah was probably dancing when he was flailing his arms around, which is what caught the attention of whoever it was that called 911. When the police first told Elijah to stop, they're saying that he resisted contact and continued to walk. After confronting Elijah, the police officers stated that he resisted arrest.
I'm going to have to change this situation.
Dude, hey,
stop.
Relax.
Sir, can you please?
No, we don't want to do this, all right?
Leave me alone.
No, we're gonna.
First
we're gonna
off,
talk to
you guys started to arrest me, and I was stopping my music to listen.
Elijah was unarmed and he was not committing a crime before he was approached by the police officers. Soon after, Elijah was tackled to the ground and placed in a carotid hold. First responders were called to the scene and Elijah was injected with a sedative called ketamine. Elijah suffered a heart attack on his way to the hospital, and he died a few days later after being pronounced brain dead. Elijah worked as a massage therapist and was described by many as being incredibly sweet, gentle, and kind. He often spent his lunch breaks playing violin for animals at a nearby animal shelter because he thought the animals were lonely and the music would calm the animals' anxiety. Elijah's family said that he would often wear a ski mask because he was anemic, and so he was protecting his face because he was so sensitive to the cold. And according to the police, Elijah was attempting to reach for one of the officers' gun, which is why they placed him in the carotid hold. I mean, you can never really know a person, but I genuinely believe that the young that I just described that played violin for cats at an animal shelter was not reaching for an officer's gun. That is what I believe. You can believe what you want to believe, but that is what I believe. Now, let me explain what a carotid hold is. A carotid hold is basically when the officer bends their arm around like a person's windpipe, putting pressure on the sides of the windpipe so that they can cut off blood flow to the brain via the carotid arteries. The Aurora Police Department has since put a ban on carotid holds. And when I say has since put a ban on carotid holds, I mean like a week ago. Keep in mind that Elijah McClain's case, this whole thing happened August of last year. A ban was placed on carotid holds like a week ago. But that's due to the public unrest. That's due to like everyone being so upset and like it gaining so much attention, now the case basically resurfaced. So that's kind of why they put a ban on these controversial carotid holes. Which, I mean, I don't really know why the police keep going after black people's necks. Like, there's no other way to safely subdue a person? You telling me there's no other way to safely subdue a person than to go for a black person's neck? Something isn't right. When Elijah was being held down, he vomited a few times, and he was even telling the officers that he could not breathe. He even apologized when he was vomiting, which you can hear on the body cam.
Sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. I can't breathe correctly because
He was panicking because he couldn't breathe. He was panicking because he was vomiting. And so this is what the officers would describe as him becoming agitated, which is why they called the first responders. All three officers, all three of them, their body cams conveniently fell off during the encounter. All three of them. So we have audio, but like you can't see anything because like their body cams are on the floor. One officer can actually be heard telling another officer, "Move your camera."
Move your camera, dude.
Interpret that how you will. I am going to read Elijah's last words, and it's incredibly sad to hear. I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone and read it. These are the last words that he said, which happened throughout the entire encounter with the police. So I'm just gonna read it. "I can't breathe. I have my ID right here. My name is Elijah McClain. That's my house. I was just going home. I'm an introvert. I'm just different, that's all. I'm so sorry. I have no gun. I don't do that stuff. I don't do any fighting. Why are you attacking me? I don't even kill flies. I don't eat meat. But I don't judge people. I don't judge people who do eat meat. Forgive me. All I was trying to do was become better. I will do it. I will do anything. Sacrifice my identity. I'll do it. You all are phenomenal. You are beautiful and I love you. Try to forgive me. I am a mood Gemini. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ow, that really hurt. You all are very strong. Teamwork makes the dream work." Then he starts crying. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. I just can't breathe correctly." And then he proceeds to vomit from the pressure to his chest and his neck. Elijah went to the convenience store that night to get an iced tea for his brother. And that's what happened to him. Like, it's so heartbreaking. Elijah's original autopsy report stated that his death was undetermined. Meaning that they're saying that they couldn't determine whether or not it was the carotid hole that killed him, or if it was like some reaction to a drug, or if it was from natural causes. Which, like, when I first heard this is like natural causes, what? They're saying that like an asthma attack, like for instance, like him getting worked up could have caused him to die from an asthma attack because he was fighting. But I mean, would he have been in that position if it wasn't the police's fault?
Dude, it's not gonna be good for you. I'm telling you right now.
Dude, if you keep messing around, I'm gonna bring my dog out. He's gonna dog bite you. You understand me? Keep messing around.
He was panicking because he was literally being held down by 3 men. So obviously, like, he's panicking, he can't breathe. You can't tell me if from a forceful detention if he had suffered an asthma attack and that's what caused him to die. That's not a natural cause regardless, because it was resulted from a forceful detention where he was literally being choked. So in November of 2019, the 3 police officers were cleared of any wrongdoing in Elijah's death after being placed on temporary administrative leave. They are now back in the field operating as if it's business as usual. His death was originally going to be investigated by a former police officer, but the contract with that former police officer was cancelled soon after because of concerns that as a former police officer, the guy would not be able to be unbiased, which I mean is good. That's good that they recognize that, because I don't really see, I mean, even if he is able to be unbiased, let's not try it. Let's not wait and see if he's gonna be biased or not. Like, no. I've read that due to the large public outcry as well as the petition to reopen Elijah's case receiving more than 2 million signatures, the governor's office has agreed to re-examine the case and see what they can do. So all we can do in that case is see if they're actually going to do what they say that they're going to do. It's all just really, really sad to hear about, you know, like especially like for the family. Just imagine like your child, because like I don't care what anyone says, like 23-year-old is still like super, super young, is a child, lived at home, you know. Imagine like this young man going to a convenience store to get iced tea and dying the way that he did. It's terrible. It's so terrible. I do expect to be doing another video on this case, like an update video on this case, because I mean, this is all very current, so I'm hoping that there will be more news to update you guys on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and also, I don't know, let me know how you guys are coping with like all of this that's happening in the world today, like in terms of like, I don't know, I just think it's a lot of sad situations that we have to bear witness to, but it's important for us to not like to be in the know and be informed. So let me know how you guys feel about all that, and also let me know how you guys feel about the Aurora Police Department or anything that you've heard about the Elijah McClain case. It is so heartbreaking to hear about how this sweet young man who literally was just walking home met his end. That is the Elijah McClain case. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post my next video. Share this video with your friends, and I hope you guys have a great day. Go sign some petitions. Sign some petitions. Donate to a couple families of these people. Donate to GoFundMe. I'm gonna leave the link to the petition in my description box, as well as the link to the family's GoFundMe in my description box. So you guys can check that out if you're interested. Have a great day. Bye guys.